leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We're going back to Paul Velty in just a moment, dealing with the Second Amendment. But before I go any further, we have offered a special since Monday that is the best seller we've ever had, and I know why. I'm losing money on it. We're taking some of our best-selling classic titles and giving you 5 films for $9.95. 5 DVDs with expanded extras. Now, we sold out of The American Dictators, so we couldn't offer it as part of the 5. So we added Road to Tyranny. The problem is it's going to sell out by this afternoon. And so then we're going to put in the 5 combo Martial Law, Terror Storm, How We'd Won the West, Exposing the Phony Drug War, Fabled Enemies, Exposing the 9/11 Operation as an intelligence op, Aaron Russo, Reflections and Warnings, that key documentary, and 9/11, The Road to Tyranny. But when that's gone, later this afternoon, the 5 DVD special will change to Martial Law being added to the 5, and then it's probably going to sell out in a day. And then we're going to add Truth Rising, one of my most important films that shows activism in America and how We Are Change is taking action. It's a really cinema veritas film that doesn't have voiceovers in it. It's my one film of that style. I think it's one of my best films. Amazing information. It's going to be added. And this special will probably be over by Monday because I just don't have DVDs to offer it. I mean, you understand that we're selling out of all of these with this special. So Infowars.com, 5 films, $9.95. Infowars.com. If you want the special, get involved now. If you want it with Road to Tyranny, order right now, because as soon as it sells out, we're changing the special and adding Martial Law. When it sells out, we're adding Truth Rising. When it sells out, we don't have any more of these titles to offer. We've got to reprint them. You understand that? And that'll take about 3 weeks. So they're gone. We will not offer this special with these films ever again. Okay? So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm losing money. I want this information out to people. You can finish your Christmas shopping months early. $9.95, get 5 films, give it to 5 people. Buy a couple of these. A lot of folks are buying, 10 of these specials and saying they're going to give it to everybody they know. $9.95, 5 films with expanded extras. You cannot beat this deal, ladies and gentlemen. You can also call toll-free, 888-253-3139, or you can write to me, P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. We are holding back 100 of each title as they sell out to fill those mail orders. Don't worry, we're removing the special when we get about 100 left to fulfill the mail orders. So get those in today. P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. And remember, we're not funded by Fox News, $40 million a year like Glenn Beck. We're not funded by the Ford Foundation or the Rockefellers or the federal government. We're funded by sponsors and you, the listeners, with PrisonPlanet.tv memberships, buying T-shirts, books, films. And then we bring on all these other activists and defend the entire Bill of Rights, the Constitution, our sovereignty. We couldn't do it without you. Okay, going back to Paul Velty, founder of Peaceable Texans for Firearms Rights. And we have this headline, press release at Infowars.com. Feds convict Texan for selling a gun to illegal alien with a Texas driver's license. I followed this case as it happened. They used this fake sting to shut down the gun show outside of law. The police just ordered them, the owner of the property to not allow it anymore. Extrajudicial, outside of law. We're going to get into this. This is a big deal. I'm going to give Paul the floor here so he can get a word in edgewise. And we're going to hold him until 5 minutes into the next hour, and Bob Chapman joins us. But I wanted him to finish up the naked body scanners going into the courthouses and other places. And the point he was making during the break was, I used to tell clients, you have a Fourth Amendment. Well, not anymore. So finish up with that, then get into this incredible case, because we're seeing this duplicated as a staged sting all over the country.
Well, I just wanted to point out that when I started practicing law, there were no courthouse security metal detectors, and I could go into any door of the courthouse, and so could any jurors, so all the witnesses. But we've gotten so far away from that, they're putting them in everywhere, and now they're making you take off your belt. Okay, Travis County Courthouse, and when you have to disrobe, that's going too far, truly.
Well, it's an act of submission.
It is.
It's an act of dog training that I mean, in Nazi Germany, line up, let us see your papers. Now it's line up, we're going to naked body scan you.
And it got worse in Nazi Germany. They line up, let us shoot you. But it is conditioning. They got the population used to it. They think they need it, and they don't. I lived that life. I know we don't need that. I know our generation is no more violent than the previous. And I want if we're not working...
But if a killer's going to go in, they're going to go shoot through the guards. I mean, it's not going to stop anybody to put naked body scanners in shopping malls, which they're now saying is next.
Well, you know, and then they make exceptions for people. Okay, I can go down and get a little card where I don't have to go through it. And so can a lot of other people. So how are they... it's a two-tier system. We treat some people better, like royalty, than we do the common citizen. Okay, they have to go through the scanners, whereas the judges and the prosecutors and the cops and the defense attorneys and others with special privileges get to go walk right past it. And that is not right.
So it's discrimination.
Everyone.
It's discrimination.
If you're gonna do it at all, you need to do it to everyone, because that's the only way you're going to ensure no one's really carrying. Because hell, they could give me one of their little passes, and then I go nuts. Okay. So what good is the pass to save or protect people in the courthouse if I decide I'm going to go in and shoot the place up after I get the little badge?
Who watches the watchers?
No one's watching them. I can tell you there's absolutely no one making sure a judge puts in an 8-hour day. There's no oversight over many government people.
Let's shift gears now, unless you've got more to add on that.
No.
With what happened at the Saxett gun show, 6 months ago or so, what has unfolded since then, and how they were able to extrajudicially threaten the leaseholder into shutting this down. And now they've sent a Vietnam veteran, a patriot, a guy with, an upstanding, record to prison. He's going to prison for 6 months in a federal work camp. Let's go through this.
All right. Well, I think the important thing is that people need to get the word out that this could happen to them. Okay, this could happen to any of us. What happened was this gentleman, this Vietnam veteran, sold a gun to an individual who had a Texas driver's license, who negotiated the sale of this firearm, and then it turns out, well, he's an illegal alien. And he passes the gun off to his friend, who's also an illegal alien. Well, how are you supposed to know? How is a citizen supposed to know that the person standing in front of them is an illegal alien? And the answer is there is no way to know. The peace officer at the front door of the gun show is not even allowed to ask. And that's what the lawsuit in Arizona is about. They don't want peace officers asking people they pull over on traffic stops if they're in the country illegally. Yet the citizen selling a gun from his private collection is supposed to just somehow know.
There's also a lot of public ignorance. You might cover that. The media calls it the gun show loophole. No, it's a grandpa can give his 14-year-old a 22. You can sell your neighbor a 700 Magnum.
It's called the private transfer. Okay, in the '68 Gun Control Act, which, by the way, was based on Hitler's statute on guns, so it's a sad comment on American law, but it's on
the late Senator Dodd admitted that. He'd been in the Nuremberg trial.
Well, we know he checked out the Hitler's laws from the Library of Congress and had them translated. And then shortly thereafter introduced the '68 Gun Control.
Now, my memory says, though, he was involved in the Nuremberg, correct?
Yes, he was a prosecutor there as well.
Okay.
Anyway, back to this case. This is a travesty of justice. What they did was they prosecuted this man for knowingly selling to an illegal alien. But at the trial, they admitted, oh, well, yeah, he really didn't.